Greetings, awesomes. How's everybody doing? Um, Hope everyone out there in 1050 land is doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Excuse me. I think I'm almost completely, not 100, but I'm trying to get there. Thank you for your patience with me. All right, so last week we talked a little bit about revising the rhetorical analysis. I have your rhetorical analyses submissions. I'm beginning to look over those now. I'll be talking with you about those throughout the week as I get them graded. I think everything else up to this point, I think everything that you guys have submitted, with the exception of the rhetorical analysis, has been graded. And so I'll be working on those, providing with feedback. We'll start a conversation about things. And just by way of friendly reminder, so that you all know, anything and everything that you submit in this class can always be revised and resubmitted. So if you get yours back, do not fret at the quote unquote grade that it's been given or whatever that looks like. Okay. That's revision is part of the writing process, right? We've talked about brainstorming, pre-writing, the things that we're doing before we write. Then we sit down and we write. Sometimes we're pre-writing, we're revising, and we're writing kind of in this circuitous, right? This fancy term that we call recursive is how we write. We're bouncing back and forth between. Sometimes we even write a sentence and we go back and we revise it. Right? I don't like the way I worded that, so we backspace. Oh, I don't like to change this word to this word. We're revising, even editing sometimes, and proofreading. As we're writing at the same time. So we're going to continue to talk about that. Right? I think a lot of the things for revision strategies, I think, will make more sense once I've given you some feedback. Recall last week, too, that we talked about a checklist. We talked about the types of feedback that we get. And so we're going to continue to talk about those things continuously. But now that the rhetorical analysis is quote unquote in, we do need to start thinking about the next project. And so that's what we'll do a little bit of that this week. For the most part, though, before we dive into too much detail about Project 2, about this assignment called Writing in Your Field, the biggest thing we want to do is sort of decide what is our field. So it doesn't have to be necessarily your major, although it could be. Whatever that area, that discipline area, your future career, what is it you think that you're here to study, to quote unquote eventually do. Or it could be something, if you are undecided, and that is perfectly fine at this stage, a field that you are perhaps very interested in, right? If there's a field that really interests you and you say, maybe it's like, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to declare my major to go into this particular field, and I found this to be true in a lot of cases, I'm interested in this particular career or this job or this area. Right. I'd like maybe to spend my time down the road, that being my full-time job, is doing this thing, but I don't know which major. I don't know what I need to do. Writing in your field, kind of exploring an area, even if you start at the job level and then work your way back to find out what field do you need to be in and be studying to help you kind of get to that point. So I hope that makes sense. So my primary goal this week is for you to really, by Sunday, have your field, right? What's the field? And that would be field of English, would be the field of psychology, sociology, nursing, chemistry, biology, mechanical engineering, any one of these things, right? We're trying to be as specific as we possibly can. So this week, of course, obviously, I'll be posting a few videos this week, but primarily there's mostly stuff that I want you to watch this TED Talk here. This link's also on Moodle. There's a few little small, brief book sections on Moodle that I put together for you, talking kind of about this assignment, kind of giving you some background ideas of the kind of things you're going to be looking for as we research, just kind of be looking over those things this week. While there's nothing quote unquote due, we do need to have our chosen field by Sunday. So be thinking about that. If you have questions about that, just reach out to me, let me know, and I can help you figure out what that means. And if there are specific questions about what field means, we'll talk about that some more this week as well. All right, you guys start on that. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. In the meantime, stay safe and stay awesome. Bye, guys.